Brussels, capital of Belgium, capital of the European Union, and candidate to become the next European green capital. In becoming a true metropole, Brussels is facing many challenges. It is becoming more and more diverse, with a population growing faster than ever and 104 languages being spoken by its citizens. Despite these challenges, Brussels, however, doesn't lack ambition. The Green City Index, a global city ranking established by the Economist Intelligence Unit for Siemens, shows that between 2009 and 2013, Brussels has improved on different indicators. This shows that Brussels is more than ever ready to succeed Stockholm, not Hamburg and Copenhagen in becoming Europe's most sustainable city. Many initiatives have been taken to get Brussels in the 4 final cities for the award. Think of the yearly Exemplary Buildings nominations, which support the construction of buildings that excel in sustainability, Velo Bikes, which encourages citizens to switch from car to bike, or Brussels Green Biz, an incubation center targeting startup companies in the environmental sector. Brussels' ambitions can still go further, and a future challenge logically could be the target to become Europe's most sustainable city in all aspects.
Alors pour la région de Bruxelles-Capitale qui compte aujourd'hui plus d'1 million d'habitants, le développement d'une ville intelligente et durable figure en haut de l'agenda. Ce sont dans nos priorités fondamentales pour l'avenir de cette ville-région. Bruxelles souhaite rester une ville attrayante, comme lieu de résidence pour ceux qui y vivent, aussi comme lieu de travail pour ceux qui sont là au quotidien en train de développer leur esprit d'entreprendre.
First of all, Brussels could aim to become a truly smart city. Technology has to be exploited to its maximum in order to leverage on all opportunities to decrease the energy consumption of the city. Maybe Brussels could learn from Amsterdam in its first Climate Street, a collaborative initiative between the City of Amsterdam and the local entrepreneurs that is transforming a whole shopping street to a carbon-neutral street by applying sustainable waste collection, smart meters, and energy scans.
For me, a smart city, it's a collaborative effort between the citizens of a city, the local government, the small and medium enterprises, and the research institute. But above all, it's about the people. Make sure the city is an open platform where you as a city government can be a facilitator. The most livable city, in my opinion, is the city with the most and best apps for people. And last but not least, you have to think in a paradigm shift that you have to go from ownership to availability. If you take all these things into account, you will have the best city in the world.
How can we create inclusive cities that include the unconnected, namely the poor, the arriving immigrants, and the lesser educated among us?
Il est important dans une ville, surtout avec l'arrivage des nouvelles personnes, des nouveaux habitants dans les prochaines années, de connecter les gens. Et surtout de connecter les personnes qui ne sont pas ou ne seront pas connectées. Et que donc en étant connectés et principalement via des nouvelles technologies que nous offrent actuellement les médias sociaux comme Twitter, comme Facebook, de les connecter pour que, au bon réseau, pour qu'ils puissent trouver de l'emploi, qu'ils puissent participer à la conception de la ville par exemple, lors de la création de projets, etc. Et vraiment qu'il y ait une connexion permanente entre les différentes strates de la société, tant le secteur public que le secteur privé, les citoyens que les entreprises.
But in a globalizing world, cities are clearly not isolated entities. They are part of a network of cities. They need to be connected with other metropolises through sustainable traffic links. Some daring interventions might be needed. Stuttgart, for example, is drastically redesigning its railway network in order to be better connected to the Trans-European transport network. This opens up large areas in the city, which creates opportunities for new urban developments, including business parks, residential quarters, and city parks.
In the construction business, we are experiencing right now a demand for a new quality. People want affordable housing, it should be sustainable, smart, and the way we see it is that you can reach that by, if it's the so-called holistic approach. That means you involve all stakeholders in the decision process and the planning process, in order to have a solution which is viable for everybody.
On top of that, cities should accept temporary use of vacant land and buildings as a valuable strategy for urban planning. Certainly, in times of economic downturn and fast-changing technology and lifestyles, temporary interventions allow to incrementally develop the city with lower risk and less need for funding.
For me, the agenda of the smart city is a city that uses its resources effectively. And it leads us into an approach which is not about thinking about a single end vision, which might take 5, 10 or 15 years to realise. It makes us think about how we use places tonight, next week, the next month, the next year, the next 5 years, and how we start to experiment and prototype ideas for the shaping of cities in a very uncertain world for a very, very uncertain future.
Finally, Brussels needs to be and stay affordable for its citizens. Due to the city boom, the Brussels population is growing by 8,000 households per year, resulting in an ever-increasing demand for housing. We do not only need to create more houses, but also houses that are accessible for different levels of income. We need to look at different strategies to achieve this, including collective housing, like the Project L'Espoir in Molenbeek, or community land trusts. Prefabrication might be part of the solution.
Betaalbaar wonen is niet alleen een soort maatschappelijke bevlogenheid, een kwestie van u zegt mentaal goed voelen en solidair zijn. Ik denk dat eerst en vooral, en dat zullen we binnenkort merken, betaalbaar wonen een kwestie wordt van een soort sociale veiligheid. Geen sociale zekerheid, maar sociale veiligheid. We kunnen problemen, de woonproblemen in de steden niet blijven verzwijgen, dat staan betuttelen. Maar ik denk vooral, en ik weet niet waarom dat ik dat eigenlijk nog zou moeten uitleggen, is dat een enorme marktopportuniteit, waar dat er winst, waar dat er werk, waar dat er omzet kan gehaald worden.
Horizon 2020, the new framework program for research and innovation of the European Union, will have a special focus on smart cities and energy efficiency in buildings. And as such, it should help cities like Brussels to be better prepared for the future. This will be flanking initiatives which are taken by Innoviris on a local scale in good synergy with Bruxelles Environment and the construction sector represented by the Brussels Building Confederation and the Belgian Building Research Institute. Integration of all these initiatives will help bridging the gap between research and the market and tackling major concerns like climate change and sustainable mobility.
Nous avons pour mission de soutenir financièrement des programmes de recherche, de développement et d'innovation réalisés par des entreprises bruxelloises. Et aujourd'hui, le message que je veux passer, c'est que nous attendons impatiemment de nouveaux projets innovants introduits par des entreprises bruxelloises dans le domaine de la construction principalement.